Okay, it is good morning, beloveds. It is good morning, beloveds. It is the January 4th. Our title is New Beginnings. Wait. No, it's not January 4th. It's January 3rd. I'm going to have to fix that title. Oh, no. I just don't know what day of the week it is. I did the title right. It is January 3rd. Okay. Our title is New Beginnings. Good morning, Gabby. And our author is Marian G. Moon, and this is from Lessons of Truth from 2012. Okay. Every day is a new beginning. We can rethink our past and look forward to something new. A new year reminds us that we have a chance to start anew. We may look back and assess our lives and look forward to something different. We can change our circumstances or not. It is up to us. It is a matter of choice in how we view our lives and the circumstances in which we find ourselves. The important thing to know is that now is the only time we have. This moment can make us conscious of what is at this very moment. To live in the moment clears any confusion we may have about the past or future. This moment contains all we require for a full life. It is what we are aware of that counts. To be aware, we see beyond limitations and lack. We see what has always existed. And what is that? That there is perfection in every experience. There is order and beauty and right action at work in the universe and in our lives right now. To be aware is to be open to the new insights for living freely each and every day. Be aware. Think about the newness of the moment and that all things are made new in consciousness. May your new year be filled with clarity and peace. Okay. My mind is spiraling in multiple directions, starting with, if you haven't read it, Eckhart Tolle, Tolle, writes a book called The Power of Now. And it also reminded me of the, I think it's either Lao Tzu or, I think it's Lao Tzu. Could be Lao Tzu, could be Sun Tzu, who talks about what anxiety, could be Confucius, who talks about what anxiety and depression is. Depression is living in the past, and anxiety is living in the future. You're worrying about what could happen. And then there's another one about how, and I don't know who this is attributed to, how we miss what is happening in our lives right now because we're convinced that the next moment is going to be better. So we don't live in the now. We're not paying attention. Now, let's come back to one of the things that she said in there is choice. One of my favorite things about science of mind is that it teaches us that we are at choice. Sometimes the only choice we have is how we feel about a situation, but it's a good place to start. Once we know how we feel about a situation, then we can decide what we're going to do about it. So, and that's kind of the strength of New Thought, is it teaches people that they have a choice, that they're always at choice. And sometimes we forget that. And when we forget that, because one of the things you have to remember is that not making a choice is still making a choice. Because frequently we're like, well, I didn't have a choice. Yeah, you chose not to make a choice. Therefore, this is the end result. And so every day you open your eyes is a new beginning. The new year is just kind of that. It's a calendar thing, what Jesse was saying on Sunday. It's an agreed upon threshold. There's nothing that says this is when you have to radically change your life. If you want to do it, in the middle of March, you're more than welcome to say, okay, this is it. I'm I'm going to try a protocol that is supposed to be very helpful for autoimmunes. I can't, because I just learned about it like literally the week before, between the week of Christmas and New Year. That's when I learned about it. I don't have time to I can't cold turkey do this. There are some pretty serious shifts that I have to make in my diet, and I can't do that. One, it would be a waste of food, what I've already got. Two, I have to figure out, I'm sorry, the cat just fell off the couch. And of course he meant to do that now, so he's stalking off. Because I laughed. I also can't do that to my partner, who does most of the food shopping and most of the food prep. Frankly, Tom is a better cook than I am. Let's be honest. So what we're doing is I'm gradually shifting into it. I'm not, so, you don't have, New Year's is just, like I said, it's just something we've agreed upon as a culture. It's not, you can do it whenever. As I said, I'm gradually shifting into this new protocol. Once I go, then I'm supposed to stay on it for 8 weeks. Or yeah, that's where the fun's going to be. But I'm looking at it now. So you don't have to make radical shifts at New Year. You don't have to, but on a random Wednesday morning, you could get up and decide to radically change your life. It is up to you. And she also said there's a perfection in every moment. Perfection, ironically, God is not a trigger word for me, but perfect is. Perfect can be a trigger word for me. So it's a reminder that I learned a new definition for perfect. Perfect does not mean flawless. Perfect means whole. It means it's all included. So yes, now can be a perfect experience even when it's messy. So now that's a whole lot that I just packed in there. Did I do Marian justice? I don't know. So let me look at it and go. We may look back and assess our lives and look forward to something different. That's, like I said, that's what New Year's is. It's just an agreed upon. That's why people make New Year's resolutions. I gave up New Year's resolutions for New Year's a few years ago. And so far I've kept that resolution. We can change our circumstances or not. It is up to us. It is a matter of choice in how we view our lives and the circumstances in which we find ourselves. Okay, so it is a matter of how we view our lives and the circumstances. So what she does do is she does acknowledge, we don't have complete control over the circumstances in our life. Okay, but we do have a choice in how we view them. So we can make different decisions. We can decide, this is no longer something that I am willing, the serenity prayer, so that I know what I can change and what I can't. And the new one is what I'm not willing to allow anymore, I'm going to change. So, there are things that we let go on in our lives for far too long because we don't think we have the power to change them. And we do. We do. It just sometimes requires a lot more of us than we're willing to give at the moment. And that's something to remember. And it's okay. If you're not ready to make that radical shift in your life, it's totally okay. That's why I'm doing mine gradually. And the thing about the radical shift that I'm making in my life as I'm doing it gradually is he is not a big believer of staying on it. He's like, he's asking me to go gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free, or to cut the sugar out of my diet. But he doesn't believe in staying on that diet because it cuts the variety out of your diet. So that's something you want to remember. And not just about food, when you cut things out of your life, you could be reducing the variety of your life. So bear that in mind. What are you talking about? That is a cat, if you can hear that. All right. So variety is the spice of life. Keep that in mind. All right. To be aware is to be open to new insights for living freely each and every day. Be aware. So if we're going to take a mission today, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to be aware. To be aware. To be aware and open to new insights in living freely. It's the new year. Whether you decide to make any changes or not, completely up to you. But be aware. Be aware of the present moment. Be fully present in the present moment a little more often than you have been. So you are always at choice, even if the only choice you have is how you feel about the situation. Okay? Bear that in mind. All right. So that is the mission today. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is the spiritual practice of self-care. Why do I beat this? It's not a dead horse. It's not. It is extraordinarily important. And it is, I guess, would be a cornerstone of my ministry. I believe that if we live a life of service, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself. You have to. There are a lot of things that I want to do, and my body sometimes says no, which is okay. When my body says no, then I rest my body, do what I need to do, and then I try again. Okay? So that's what self-care is. So I give you short, easy, and that's one of the reasons why naps have become so important to me. Because I have to rest this body. If I want this body to do the things that I want it to do, I have to rest it. So, I'm a big believer in taking a deep breath before you speak. You'll never speak to anybody more than you speak to yourself. That's one. Two, if you take that pause before you speak, then you won't commit yourself to something you don't want to do. Okay? You also won't say no out of habit when it's something that might be good for you. So that's, because I say yes to things that push you out of your comfort zone, and to remember that no is a complete sentence. Well, that pause before you speak will give you the opportunity to weigh that. Okay. I also, my basic, take a break, take a walk, take a nap. The exercise will do you good. Sometimes you need to go do something else to clear your mind, and nap. None of us get enough sleep, I'm quite sure. So, I've been doing better lately, although my body has kind of taken that away from me. Typically, I will just simply take a nap on the couch and then go to bed. So, all right. You know how I feel about eating dessert first. You know that it's really a metaphor for not saving the good stuff. Write in the nice notebook. Use the good pen. Wear the fancy clothes. Use the fancy dishware. Don't save it for a special occasion. Make the occasion special. All right? Your life is a special occasion. So don't save the good stuff. And then joy. Joy is a quality of God. Just like peace, harmony, creativity, life. Make room for joy. No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you still deserve joy. So please make room for it. All right. Where was I? I think it's the rest of the basic suggestions. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is important. It's extra important during the winter because we're not sweating, but the heat is running, and that heat dehydrates us. Your brain works better. Your body works better. Your skin looks better if you are well hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Get that early in your day bright light. It rained all night last night, so the sun hasn't come out. I don't know if it's going to, because apparently it's just going to turn around and rain again on, well, today's Wednesday. It's going to rain again on Friday, so I don't know if we're going to see the sun much this week. So artificial light will help too, but if the light in your house is not strong enough, it's the darker part of the year, which is why I'm leaning into this. Seasonal effect, Google seasonal effect disorder light or sun lamp. Okay. That will give you the right amount of light, the right wavelength, the right blue light, red, whatever. That will help to stimulate that circadian rhythm. I think it also supports your vitamin D levels. You know how I feel about vitamin D levels. So, take the assistance if you need it. Okay, I'm definitely using the artificial light. The light in this room is probably the brightest in the house, maybe outside of the kitchen. So, bright light. And then, until I find a new Ernest Holmes quote, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. Why do I like that quote? Because it's a reminder that heaven is a state of mind. It's a state of consciousness. It comes pre-installed with us with the Christ consciousness. We came pre-installed with the Christ consciousness. Jesus came to teach us to use the Christ consciousness. He constantly said, the kingdom of God is within you. All of these things that I do and more, you shall do. All right? Heaven is a state of mind. Once you learn to create it for yourself, you become a much healthier person. You will make different choices. You will move through the world differently. People will respond to you differently. And, most of it will be positive, and occasionally you'll meet people who liked the old you better, and they just don't need to be in your life anymore. So, it's okay to let people go. This is said by a military brat who has up and moved across the country and know what it's like to leave people behind. So, and I'm terrible at writing letters. So, there's that. That's why texting is important. I'm a mad texter. All right. Where was I going? I'm at Emma Curtis Hopkins. I'm going to remind you that you can take Emma Curtis Hopkins' advice about creating that heavenly mindset. Look for the good and praise it. I'm not going to paraphrase Gandalf here, but yes, I am. It's the little goods. It's the small acts of everyday kindness that help hold back the dark. Okay? Look for the good and praise it, which is another way of saying count your blessings. And science backs you up. Science backs up this gratitude practice. Science says, yeah, you want to change a mood, this is a way to do it. So try it. You might like it. All right. Social media. No. Yes, social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I commend them to you. We try and post light, bright, enlightening, funny, I like funny, stuff that will help to make your life better. So check it out. And there are hours of content on the YouTube. If you just need something to listen to that will be uplifting, both of the YouTube channels, hours. Like, I have now over 1,000 videos. I've been doing this for almost 4 years. So yeah, that's where I archive these on the Running Rev Ryan YouTube channel, because I just thought I had some interesting things to say. And now I can go back and watch my earlier videos and go, wow, I've grown a lot. I've gotten so much better at this. So check out that. There are just all kinds of resources for you. And you can email info@creativelife.org to get on the constant contact. And those hot links in that email are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or the person you want. So, that can help you get it. Okay. Yep. And now I am at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a new beginnings day, a know you're a choice day, a be aware day, a take a look around day, a assess your past day, but don't live there, a look towards the future, but again, don't live there. Live in the now day. A good day, or if that's too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You're a beloved child of God. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. Know the truth of your being. Explore the truth of your being. The most important person for you to get to know is the person that God knows you to be. So peel back the layers of everything. Society, culture, religion, gender normatives, stereotypes, archetypes, boxes, labels, peel all that off and get to know who God knows you to be. Because I can promise you that that person is good. And probably pretty cool. All right, beloveds. I am going to get get the rest of the way in process to go to work today. We have a new employee starting, so that should be exciting. So I'm going to remind you, Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. Rita is making her cameo, much to her dismay. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time. All right. Can I hold you and stop the... Ooh, yeah.